Hi guys, Coach Scott, Coach Jamie with BJJ. Today we're going to look at the straight foot lock or ankle lock. We're going to do it with the gis on. So, I'm going to start in guard position just for a simple entry. This is going to be a more in-depth look at it. Okay, so we're in guard, we've got our combat base. Okay, so I have one knee up, one knee down. And I'm preparing to pass. Now the thing is, I don't want to tell the guy I'm going to go for an ankle lock, so I don't want to wrap his leg and then go back for the ankle lock, because he will know what I'm doing and he will be able to set up counters. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to pass his legs first. So I make it look like I'm going to try and pass, then I can go for the submission. So I drive forward like I'm going to pass. From there, this arm can go back, this one is going to catch his knee as I loop his ankle. So I go back, this leg comes out, place on his hip, and my knees pinch together. From there, I wrap his ankle. Now we can use the gi to solidify the position, but you don't need to. As long as you wrap, it's fine. I need a little bit of a gap here, and I'll explain that in a second. His foot isn't going to escape. Okay, so from here, what I like to do is wrap with one hand and use the other one to guide his knee to the side, so I can place my knees together and make his foot face that direction. From here, I'm going to wrap. I'm going to make sure the back of his foot is against the top of my shoulder. So I bring it all the way back. As I wrap, I make sure my arm slides back, so the blade of my forearm, that's this part, the blade of my forearm is against his Achilles tendon, right against his heel. If you think his heel's going to slip out, that's where you want to be. I'm going to use a guillotine grip on this. There are other grips you can use, but I like a guillotine grip because it means I can get my thumb as close to the top of my shoulder as possible. So from here, I'm going to pull up and drive my forearm into his Achilles as I pull up. Now, to finish, I'm going to drop to my shoulder, but I'm not going to drop over. I'm going to drop down. So I can bring my elbow back, drop the shoulder next to him, and then all I have to do, pinch and arch my back, and we get our finish. Okay, there's a lot to it, but once you get everything, it should go on very quickly. What we want to try and do is make it as if we're going to break his foot. If he doesn't tap, he gets a broken foot. So we kind of force him to tap. Okay, so from here, I've dropped down into position, I've got control, I wrap, I turn his knee, pinch everything together. My heel is against his hip. I like to put my toes on the floor just to keep my foot there. I pinch my knees together, everything comes back. So I almost lose his foot. The back of his foot is against my shoulder blade. Okay? And my forearm, the blade of the forearm, not the fat bit, not this bit, not the fat bit, but the blade of the forearm is against his heel. Right against his Achilles. I lift everything up nice and tight, so I do a big shrugging motion. And, depending on the guy's strength and toughness, you might be able to get a tap from this. But if I can't, what I'm going to do is drop my shoulder, and then I'm going to arch backwards, and we get our submission. Yeah. Thanks guys, please subscribe.